It is finally about that time that we bring out this build you guys have been asking for a lot. We're able to green from super deep, break some ankles, and also get some contact dunks. Today, we are here on the sharpshooting shot creator. Now, this build, if you guys remember anything about 2K19, it's giving straight 2K19 vibes. And also, Damian Lillard just absolutely going crazy his past 9 or 10 games and dropping 71 points. I think this is the perfect opportunity to bring this build back out. Now, like I mentioned, Lillard is a hard player to make. Of course, he has some of the best range in the game. When you think of guys that can really shoot from deep, you think of Steph Curry, maybe Trae Young, and obviously Damian Lillard. So you have to have some range. He can also finish and posterize people as he did a couple nights ago. And of course, his ball handle is elite. Now, how I like to do most of these videos when I show you guys some builds is update you on the legend progress. We are so close. Like, look how close we are to hitting legend. So make sure you have notifications on. I'll stream it here on YouTube the next week or so. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have some crazy videos after we hit legend. But how I like to do this, I like to show you guys how I make the build, show you some clips. We'll swing back. I'll show you the animations and all the stuff I'm using right now. If you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and drop a like. Let's go ahead and get right into the build. Now, when I made this Lillard build, I went with a shooting guard position, but from what I've tested, you can also go point guard. So I think here it doesn't really matter. But if you want to make it exactly how I'm doing, I went shooting guard. 6'2", 195 with a 6'8" wingspan, and I would recommend going with a solid body shape. I think it looks the best. Now, like I said, when you're making Lillard is a very interesting player. He can dunk on people and he gets some dunk animations off, but he's not like a crazy Westbrook or Derrick Rose type of explosiveness. But we wanted to make sure we got contact dunks, and I think goal limitless takeoff is a great badge to have. So an 86 driving dunk is perfect. We wanted to make sure we went with an 84 driving layup, and now this build will get the contact dunks, but sometimes you will get forced into layup animation. That's why I kind of wanted to have a good driving layup here. You do get a lot of good layup packages. I think 84 is like that perfect sweet spot. If you want to use pretty much any layup you want, you can get it. But again, like I said, this build does contact dunk people. Don't get it twisted. I barely had any badges, and I was getting a good amount of contact dunks around the rim. Then we're going to put the rest onto our close shot. We're just going to bring it to a 68. Now for the shooting, this is what I said in the beginning. Damian Lillard has crazy range. Of course, we can't get the 99 three-pointer, which he probably has 99 three-pointer range, but we're going to go with a 92. 92 is the sweet spot to get goal limitless range, which is perfect. You'll get sharpshooting takeover. You'll be able to shoot for super deep. And I know a lot of people don't typically like putting mid-range on this build, but to get the name I showed you guys in the beginning and not something else, you got to bring this to an 88. So of course, the three-point shot is crazy. You can shoot off the dribbles, which is what I was really testing in this gameplay. I was shooting off dribbles. I was doing step backs, just kind of testing it, like I said, like a 2K19 type of build where you could just fade from pretty much anywhere if you have some room, and this build can definitely do that. Obviously, you can shoot from super deep, but I wanted to see how consistent this build would be just from fading pretty much anywhere. And of course, you guys know I like to do hop jumpers and stuff like that, so I made sure the hop jumpers were clean, and this build seems like it could do it all. And then the free throw, we're just taking to a 70. Now here's how we're going to upgrade the playmaking. We're going to take your pass accuracy to a 75, which is decent. It's pretty high. Ball handle, I want to take to a 90. I know 89 gets you that Hall of Fame quick first step, but for most of Damian Lillard's animations, and of course you guys know how I like to use Lillard's animations and stuff like that when we do some NBA player videos, I wanted to make sure I could get all of those, so I went with the 90 ball handle for all of Damian Lillard's animations. And our speed with ball is going to be kind of high. I really don't typically do this high, but we're going to see if this really makes a difference this year when I max this build out. We're going to have an 85 speed with ball. Now, you know, you got to sacrifice some things, and we're definitely going to be sacrificing some things on defense. We're not going to have crazy defense, and of course, Lillard is not known for crazy defense, but we won't be totally left off. We're going to have a perimeter defense of a 77 and a still at a 75. So we're going to be able to play some on the perimeter. We're going to have bronze gloves, so we're not going to be totally useless. And since we're a shooting guard, it doesn't take like anything to get defensive rebounding up. So I went with a 70 here. So we're going to get at least bronze rebound chaser. So who knows, maybe we'll be able to help out. Now the physicals are actually pretty solid. The speed's going to be an 80. Now you guys know this year, speed's not that big of a deal. I think acceleration matters a little bit more, which we're going to have an 85, which is actually pretty solid. So with a speed with ball at an 85, having good speed and pretty good acceleration, we should be able to move pretty quickly. Now on this build, I'm not going to touch the strength. I have so many builds with bully and stuff like that, and plus Damian Lillard doesn't really shove people out of the way like that. So we're just going to go with a 34 strength here, take our vertical to a 70, and then dump the rest onto our stamina until we get to 92, And that's gonna give us our build of 20, 28, 22, and 13. Obviously, if you guys have extra badges, maybe you want to get some more shooting badges, you could throw it on there. If you want more playmaking, throw it on there. I usually go with playmaking or defense, but on a build like this, I don't really care too much about defense because you don't have like the best badges for defense on this build. So I would dump a lot of them on playmaking. Maybe you want some finishing, but I would definitely recommend playmaking on this build if you have extra badge points. Takeover options are really solid. We've got slashing, shot creating, sharpshooting, and playmaking, which is perfect for Lillard, but I went ahead and did sharpshooting and shot creating. And as you can see, you have built the sharpshooting shot creator, shades of AI, Tyrese Maxey, and Anthony Simons, his teammate. Now, if you don't have any extra badge points and you're just running this build straight off the builder from what I've shown you, this is typically what I would use. Like I said, I think you're pretty good here finishing wise, so I wouldn't add any extra if you even had extra badges here, but this is what I would use finishing wise. Shooting wise, like I said, you have a lot of badges here, but the main things I would like to have is Limitless Range, Space Creator, and Agent 3s, and then everywhere else you can kind of pick and choose, but those are the big three I always go with when shooting. Playmaking, again, like I said, I would probably throw on some extra here if you wanted like a bailout, or if you're playing 2s or 3s and you wanted some needle threader or special delivery or anything like that. But if you're playing 2s and you're just eye swing, this will definitely get the job done. I've had some people tell me in my comment section that killer combos doesn't work. You guys got to let me know down below in the comment section. Is it even worth having? And then defensively, I never throw on extra badges on defense, mainly because the badges that I get aren't even that great. Like, you don't see a lot of people running screens, so I never use pick dodger, off ball pass, whatever, an ankle brace and pogo stick. I don't know, but this is what I would use. Like I said, I wouldn't add any extra to the defense. Now, if you have rebirth, this is how I would upgrade the build. I get this question a lot, and in the gameplays and clips that you guys were seeing, this is what I had upgraded. All right, so I did the 3-pointer. I wanted some driving dunk, and I got a driving layup. We totally disregarded the defense, which isn't that big of a deal as of right now. Ball handles high, we got the speed with ball, and this is what my speed and acceleration is. So like, if I was moving that well with only these type of stats, could you imagine this build as it gets up to like a 95 even? These are the only badges I had. I think when I played, I didn't get any extra finishing or anything like that along the way, but you guys can see I threw a couple extra onto the shooting, but this is what I'm running with right now. And then I threw literally every other badge that had extra onto playmaking. So this is what I'm using. Defensive wise, look, I barely have anything. All right, and I played pretty decent defense. Here are all of the animations, pretty much the same stuff that I usually use on the smaller guards, but we will be using Damian Lillard escape on this build. You guys told me that the moving crossover is what affects the snatchback. Also, let me know down below in the comment section, what is the best moving crossover? I'm using LaMelo Ball as of right now, and this is my custom Damian Lillard jump shot. I don't know, it looks really funny. I don't know if it really looks like a Lillard jump shot, but the release speed is kind of high and the impact and defensive immunity is pretty good. So I'm just rocking with this right now. But if you guys are interested in the face creation, I'm going to leave my boy's link down below in the description. He has pretty much every NBA player you can think of, and he also has some celebrities and stuff like that. So make sure to go check him out and go show him some love. But yeah, that's going to be the sharpshooting shot creator. You guys let me know what you think about the build down below in the comment section. And of course, like I said, the legend's coming up. I cannot wait to hit that. So make sure you drop a like, turn on notifications, and until next time, it's been your boy Dignified. I'm out. Peace.